Welcome to Positive Atheism English channel. Today in our program Positive Atheism, which is written by Sri Gora, an atheist, I am going to continue the chapter Atheistic Ethics. Consistency between thought, word and deed is personal honesty. It saves a person from an uneasy conscience. But it is possible that a man entertains several opinions on a matter. In the end, he may choose to express one or some of them in word and deeds. They alone gain social value. The rest of the unexpressed opinions go sterile or die suppressed without social significance. It is unfair to impute motives to anyone beyond what is said and done. Hidden motives should not be suspected until they are expressed in word or deed. When one changes his mind and informs the change through corresponding words and deeds, he continues to be honest. In fact, some change becomes necessary over long periods of time in order to cope with new situations. Otherwise, one remains conservative. Frequent changes may mean lack of purpose or fickleness, but not dishonesty. Honesty excludes secrecy, for secrecy withholds telling what is done. A lie is worse. It tells something different from what is done. Both secrecy and falsehood are dishonest, since there is no consistency in them between words and deeds. Secrecy is different from privacy. Privacy is a personal matter in which others are little interested. When, however, interest is evinced, there is no hesitation to reveal a private affair. Secrecies and lies, on the contrary, deliberately hide and distort facts. Secrecy is an escape from social obligation. It results from a desire for selfish advantage or from a sectarian outlook. Members of a group are honest among themselves but are often dishonest with others. Casteism, communalism, racism, nationalism, and gangsterism are examples of sectarian behavior. In the context of wider social relations, sectarianism is as dishonest as secrecy. Honesty requires discipline. When a person has to fulfill a promise, his selfish interest and indolence tempt him into dishonesty. One should therefore sacrifice selfish and immediate gains in view of the need of cooperation in social relations. One who fails to fulfill a promise runs the risk of losing credit and cooperation. In that way, sacrifice is a greater gain than what immediate indolence affords. But human nature is a mixture of social and selfish qualities. So ways and means should be found to encourage social qualities of fortitude, sacrifice, and sympathy, and to discountenance the antisocial qualities of sloth, greed, and hate. The three methods open to keep man moral and social are self-discipline, religious faith, and political power. The best method to ensure moral behavior is the appreciation of moral obligations by every individual. Mahatma Gandhi's constructive program adopts the method of self-discipline. By self-discipline, everyone imposes on himself the duty of fulfilling promises and of maintaining honesty. At the same time, the dishonesty of anyone disturbs the happiness of others. If the speaker at a meeting comes late, he wastes the time of the many in the audience. So, it is as much the duty of a speaker to be punctual as it is the right of the audience to reprimand the speaker for his unpunctuality. Rights and duties are the two sides of the same social relation. They are the checks and counter-checks to ensure honesty in social relations. Though primitive people cannot be created with a high level of social consciousness and sense of self-discipline, the needs of honesty for social association impel them to adopt a way similar to self-discipline. Within the limits of their tribal life, primitive people observed honesty by custom and avoided dishonesty by taboo. Transgressions were severely punished with fine and with pillory. The recognition of the social need of morality, though it was unplanned, was the distinctive features of primitive life. The high level of honesty not only secured unstinted cooperation of all members of the tribe for any task, but significantly enough established equality among them. The primitiveness of the conditions circumscribed by the scope for the development of social values of honesty and equality along lines of self-discipline. If the method proceeded undisturbed, it would have outstripped primitive limitations in the course of civilization and would have evolved the right method for moral conduct. But the encroachment of religious faith changed the basis of morality from social need to otherworldly salvation. Religionists suppose that moral conduct entitled them to the benefits of salvation. Moral values were called virtues and immorality was called vice. Hope of heaven and fear of hell served to make people virtuous and to keep them away from vice. And from here, I shall continue in the next episode again. Thank you.
For more videos, please subscribe to our Positive Atheism English channel presented by Samaram channels, which has crossed more than 20 crore views. Please like, subscribe and share our videos, and for notification of our new videos, please click the bell icon.